So hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, This Family Ventures, and it's Brendan and Gwen here. Lauren had her little staycation, so now we're having ours. It is Monday, June 7th.
July 7th.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just leaving our shopping center. Posner, which has all our, this is close to our house. Target, JCPenney's, Movie Theater, Best Buy, and then on the other side it has our HomeGoods, Marshalls, Burlington. So anyway, we are on a little road trip. Nothing new for Brendan because it's down by where he goes every day for work.
At least 2 to 3 times a week.
He is off till Thursday. He has to go back Friday because somebody else has off.
Yeah.
So we're doing a little vacation at the beach. We're gonna go stay at Siesta Key. It's been voted #1 beach in the U.S. for quite a few years.
The top 4, top
in the
5
world.
in the world.
So we want to check it out and see what it's all about. Oh, look at that.
What?
We're going to check it out and see what it's all about. Yeah. So we have about a 2-hour drive, depending on traffic. We can't check in till 4. And so we're just going to see what we see.
So the plan is it's going to take us, she says 2 hours. It's probably going to be more like 2.5 hours. And if we get there early, where it's at, parking's going to be limited. So instead of trying to go in early, one of the plans is there's these stores called Detweiler's, and we're going to stop in there and maybe get some fresh fruit, so we have some fresh fruit, because it's like a big farmer's market.
Yeah, well, did we show it on our Amish video? Because, yeah, that's down where
I showed some clips.
Key is. So, who knows? We might be stopping at some Amish places, too. Yeah, because we can't check in till 4, and videos that we've watched on Siesta Key, parking's very limited, so...
Yeah, even with the public access to the beaches.
They say you have to get there very early.
Yeah, there's only like 20 to 30 spots per place. And that's nothing.
Well, no, the big one, the big main Siesta Key is a huge parking lot. But they say it still fills up. I mean, who knows? Monday, maybe it wouldn't, but...
After a big holiday?
Yeah, it's probably... Yeah. Probably busy.
And if you're not familiar, so Siesta Key took a big hit from Milton and... Helene? Helene was more flooding. Hilton was a little bit more than that. So we've watched some videos. It looks like they've recovered, because the price that we're paying is a lot less than I would think. But then again, being Florida, the summertime, I guess it's the beaches more off season, if there is an off season to the beaches down here, right? Because I mean, you figure
summer, it's people on their summer vacation. I want to go to Florida, and we're going to the beach. So who knows? But for snowbirds, I should have flipped you around, because we have massive...
people running red lights.
I don't know, I missed it. But we have these trucks. What kind of trucks are they?
Gravel trucks?
Yeah.
We have a couple.
We have quarries. They're like
in the area.
They're like these trucks, but like they usually have a little longer bed.
And then we got Amazon, Walmart, and UPS.
FedEx. I see all the FedEx.
Yeah,
up there.
FedEx. All their huge warehouses.
It's just up past that McDonald's.
Yeah.
We actually, in the first rental that we had, we were really close to all those. You can see some coming, but yeah, FedEx. Because one time, me and Lauren stopped at the gas station. It was a Love's, and it's always cheaper than any other. I mean, now we have our BJ's, and we're actually closer to that in Pastor. But where we just came out.
Oh, let's see. There's a UPS truck. Here comes another UPS truck, and it looks like
Amazon.
another line of FedEx truck.
But yeah, we stopped at a gas station and we couldn't get gas because every single FedEx truck was in there filling up. So, and it was around this time because probably like after we picked up Richie or dropped Richie off from school, and it was coming back to the house. So yeah, we're getting on I-4 westbound. We're heading down towards Sarasota. It's in Sarasota County, like, is that what it's called, Sarasota County?
Yeah. I think so.
In the town of basically Sarasota. You just go off onto the barrier islands. So yeah, this will be our first time. I had originally thought about, I wanted to go to the beach, so that was my whole, at one point I actually did think about going back home to Delaware, because yesterday was the 10th anniversary of my dad's passing, and I don't know, just thought it might have been and when I was originally looking at flights, it was cheaper to fly home. I keep saying home. I mean, Delaware will always be my hometown, my home. I mean, when you've lived there for how many years was it when we moved?
Right?
No, we were 53 when we moved down.
How old are you? Are you 57 or 56?
We don't talk about women's ages.
Well, my birthday's in a few days.
And he doesn't remember how old he is.
It's 56, 57.
And unfortunately, I know we've said this quite a few times, but yes, I am older. Older. I'm 57, so you will be 57.
Okay.
But we'll just pretend you're 60.
I don't feel 60.
I know, sometimes I think you feel like you think you're, still in your 20s. Well, maybe 30s. But, yeah, so I originally was thinking about, so I knew I wanted to go to the beach. And so I was thinking Siesta, I was thinking Anna Marie. Finally kind of was like, oh, let's just go St. Pete. I'm like, then we had a bit of...
It wasn't St. Pete, it was above, like, Clearwater and that way, like, north of St. Pete.
They really got hit, though, by one of the hurricanes.
They got hit more by Helene.
And I don't think there's much to do. Like, I wanted... Why is this red flashing? Just because you're recording?
Because you're recording.
Yeah.
It does have a...
Yeah, I mean, I see that, but...
Yeah, the red...
I don't know, I just looked down and I just saw it. I didn't remember seeing it before. So... I was like, so I kept looking. I was looking on Airbnb and different stuff. And then I just was like, well, just let me look in Siesta Key. And there were a couple things that I kept waiting because also there was it is something that a tropical, is it a depression that hit North Carolina, South Carolina, I think, border. There's some bad flooding in North Carolina, which they do not need after last year.
Is that the same storm that
That
caused
was
the flooding in Texas?
no, but they weren't sure whether it was gonna. I mean, it was kind of on the East Coast, unless it came. I don't understand, but they were talking like it could have developed on the Gulf Coast. Something could have developed, so I kept waiting because I was like, and I kept watching the weather because my original thought was we would go on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But then I kept thinking the storm, what if the storm develops and it was just rain in the forecast? And I'm like, I don't want to put out the money to go stay at the beach and it's just going to be raining. Was that an alligator?
Yep.
I don't know if you
Alligator,
saw that, but it was like on the side of the road back there. I just saw like what looked like an alligator tail and I was like, oh, it's not an alligator. Because then it was too big for an armadillo. So we ended up, so I was watching the weather, and it, rain, so I kept putting off. And we were literally, it was like, probably, what, 10:30 at night?
Yeah.
We're getting ready for bed. Literally, Brendan was already in bed, and I was like, oh, we need to book it now, because I had looked and, I had heard, now they were saying that it was going to develop, the storm was going to be an East Coast storm, and because we're going to be on the Gulf, obviously, for people that don't know Florida.
What was causing all them tornadoes off of the coast?
I don't know. Probably just water spouts. Yeah, we saw pictures of water spouts off of Siesta yesterday, and I knew they were legit because they were from a weather person down here that a lot of people follow for hurricanes. So, so we booked it, and we ended up booking for Wednesday, because I got nervous because Lauren, she got her dates mixed up, but I think she thought she was staying with Tim till Tuesday, but they check out today, Monday. But at that time, she kept saying Tuesday was their checkout date, and I just didn't feel comfortable having Richie be at home in like the middle of the night, because Mike goes into work at 2:30 in the morning on Monday. So I was like, I don't know about that. I feel more comfortable. So it worked out, because now she's going to be home and I don't have to worry about that. But so yeah, that's what we chose. They got their brake lights on, right? See, I'm gonna have to put my blinders on because he's used to driving this for work, and I know he became a Florida driver now.
I am not a Florida driver.
So, yeah, so that's how we ended up. I found a place. I think I originally saw it on Verbo, is that how you say it? V-O. I don't think I saw it on Airbnb. And then I was like, just because that's how I do things. I research everything. Like, if I find a place and I knew it wasn't a house, because some of the places that are it's weird that they're actually hotel rooms that they put on there. So I don't know, I was just researching, and I mean, a couple places that I had thought I would have booked ended up not being available by the time we booked. So that's why this one place that kind of was like, well, I know it's more like a hotel, it's an inn, and I ended up going to the website, and I just, pretending like I was booking it through the website, and it ends up being, because you do have the Airbnb or those other fees. Yeah. So it ended up being cheaper to book directly through them. So that's what we did.
Well, when we were initially looking, we found a place that said it was $230 a night. And then by the time you clicked onto it, got the the resort fees, the taxes, and the other fees, it ended up being like it was like $150 more. So it ended up being $380 a night instead of $230 a night.
Yeah, so that's what we ended up doing. And so I don't know, did I say that? I was thinking about Sanibel. But then when I really started to start thinking of it, that's a further drive, first of all. And I want to go back to Sanibel. And I know that things are finally starting to open up. And I think there's still a lot that's not open, though.
That was from Ian. Right?
Ian, yes,
Ian
that was from 2 years ago. And yeah, Sanibel really didn't fare well. Or Fort Myers, because I would like to even see, because I mean we drove through Fort Myers just to get to Sanibel. We only stayed on Sanibel one night, so but I think maybe maybe next year we'll try that. Give them another year to recover, and hopefully no hurricanes hit there this year. I think we've had our fair share of hurricanes for a while. That it would be nice if we didn't have anything this year. So yeah, that's. And like I said, I wanted to see if this #1 beach. I want to see what it's all about. Like, hopefully it's. I mean, they say it's sugary white beaches. Do they use that word? Because I know that's how they always talked about the Panhandle. And that sand was beautiful. The beach was beautiful in Pensacola. We never. What's the Panama City is a big area. We never went over. We always stayed right in that area. I think we even went over into Alabama one time to the beach. Do you remember that? With Jeff. That's when I came home and I got sick because I got sun poisoning. I was pregnant. And I sat out in the sun too long, got sunburned, and got sick. Do you not remember that?
We went to Alabama beaches?
Yeah, I think it was Orange something, and it actually was, we were
in
Alabama. Because, I mean, we were right on the border when we lived in Pensacola.
Well, everybody in the Navy always referred to Pensacola as L.A.
Lower Alabama.
Lower Alabama.
So, that's enough of me babbling for now, I guess. We did yesterday. Did that video? Did you put that video up yet?
No.
Oh. Yesterday was last day for the Liberty Bell riverboat and Tom Sawyer Island. So we got up early yesterday morning because we've been getting storms in the early afternoon, and so once it storms, see this, like that's a Texas driver. I mean, he wasn't cut off as bad as some of them do, but we went to the Magic Kingdom to go on Tom Sawyer Island one last time and ride the Liberty Bell. Right? That's what it's called, Liberty Bell. Right?
Yeah.
It didn't sound like I was saying. For the last time. Because what I was starting to say was that they were, with the storms, they would have closed Tom Sawyer Island. Because there was a guy, when we got there, we rope dropped Magic Kingdom. So we had to wait at the certain point. And we got there 8:30, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably waited maybe a little less. Maybe it was like 20 of 9. So we had to wait a little bit for the rope drop. And then went over to Tom Sawyer Island. And in the back of my head, I was thinking, I know Tom Sawyer Island does not open up with the rest of the park. But I had never looked into it. And sure enough, it didn't open till 11. And then there was a couple people there. So we were technically the third person in line. Because I thought that guy was with those two ladies.
What?
But he wasn't. Because she had gone and got water. And brought it back and handed it to him. Asked him if she's like, I know you're by yourself and you don't, you're getting out of line. So, did you want it? But he declined it. So then she gave it to the little girl that was with that other guy. So I originally, when we got in line, so it was a guy and then these two women. So I thought they were all together, but then they weren't. So we were behind the two ladies. And it didn't open till 11 o'clock. So we had a long time. But then they did. Somebody said, oh, well, yesterday they opened up at 10:30. So we're like, oh, well, hopefully. And with it being the last day, we figured they would. But there really wasn't a line. Because Brendan was like, let's go over to the and ride the river. But I was such afraid that was going to get such a long line for Tom Sawyer's Island that I was like, no, I'd rather just sit here and wait. And there's a state trooper.
Yeah, that's where they usually sit.
So Brendan's behaving.
The flow of traffic.
Oh, are you? You're passing this person in the left-hand lane. I would say you're going with the flow of traffic.
Because you're driving slow.
Yeah, you're doing over the speed limit. And we just passed the... So, I was afraid for Tom Sawyer Island line was going to get too long, so...
Or the island was going to get crowded.
Right. So we did. It ended up being perfect because there wasn't
that many
people. I mean, by the time we were leaving, it ended up obviously, and then there was a line. But so we were the first boat over and walked around there. And then we got in line, or we walked right up and got on the riverboat. That was like perfect timing. Yeah. We didn't have to wait. And did that and picked up a couple requests and then we left. Now we never ended up getting rain at our house, but when we were leaving Magic Kingdom, it did start. I mean, literally, I felt a couple sprinkles when we were walking into the parking lot, and then I didn't feel them, and then we got to the car, and as we were leaving, it was starting to come down a little bit harder, but not like pouring rain like it has been. So yeah, this is I-4. We're coming into Lakeland. I don't know where the new Lakeland Antique Mall is because they moved. Because we haven't driven out this way in a long time. Well, I should say me and Lauren. You drive it every day. Was it up there? Or no, that was...
It was over there.
Yeah,
I think it's a little bit farther down the street now.
Yeah, the Lakeland Mall used to be... This was the exit.
Right by that Comfort Inn.
But then we saw the one store, Recycling the Magic, completely moved out of the Lakeland Antique Mall and have their own standalone store. And that was up by where we did the little boardwalk walk, whatever. So, if you're in the need a Jaguar or a Land Rover, this is your place you would buy it. Was that Toyota where you have to go?
Nissan?
Oh.
No, it's on the other side of Lakeland. Like where you were saying, oh, we're coming into Lakeland.
Yeah.
It was like to the right or to the left.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, that's where the BMW dealership is and the Mercedes. That's one area I would like to explore. I'd like to go downtown Lakeland. Still have never been. So 29 miles to Tampa. And then after Lakeland, the next city would be Plant City, which is known for the strawberries. That's where the big strawberry festival is every year. And I'd like to get to that one year because
Isn't that
we
the
live here.
longest running festival in the United States?
I don't know, but I know there's something about it. So maybe, but I mean, they draw in big music, big, you know, headliners. A lot of it's country, but I'd say the majority. Wow. I think it all is.
You go off, you go off of, you got ranches. It's not unusual to see, you know, a pickup truck and a guy driving it with wearing a cowboy hat once you go off of I-4.
Shouldn't we? Oh, sorry for the language. Shoot. We live right next to a ranch.
Yeah. I mean,
our house was probably built on some of the land.
I mean, Ocala's an hour and a half away, but that's like
horse country.
Horse country. And then you got south of us, you got the ranches, the cattle ranches, the orange orchards.
Well, there's not many orange orchards left. What was I going to say? Oh, no, I suppose where we live probably was. I wonder if that was part of that ranch. Like that they sold off. Because they're trying to sell it off. They did end up. If you ever see Foxy Strawberries in your grocery store. I don't know how close they are to you. But this is where a lot of the strawberry come from. Well, there's a sign for. But up here somewhere is that Make-A-Wish.
No, it's not Make-A-Wish. It's Wish Farms.
Wish Farms, which is another big strawberry. Looks like. Ooh, congestion.
It gets a little bit here.
I was going to try to hang on until we got to the dinosaur world.
Well, this is going to have to be its own separate video.
Well, you can cut out the dead space to show every little bit of this. But what I was saying about a ranch, because we have this road. It's not called the cow road, but we call it the cow road because there's always cows on it. And then they have horses, and the whole area that we lived in, like both sides of the street, down the road a good bit by Posner, was probably all their land that they ranched on, but they've been selling it off. But I guess until they sell it all, I mean, I feel like they might have gotten rid of some of their livestock, like some of their cattle. I know they move them around though.
Well,
because sometimes they're on the other side of the road down a little bit.
So in Florida, you get even if you don't have anything, you have to pay property tax. So if you own a slice of land, you have to pay taxes on it. A lot of people get cattle and put cattle on that land because then you get tax breaks because you have cattle on that land.
But they're definitely not for that. They're definitely a ranch.
But you'll be driving along and...
Well, Robbie did that.
Downtown
My cousin
Orlando.
My cousin did that.
But even...
Well, I think he bought the property with the cow.
You'll see a field and it'll have a couple cows in it. And it's in a very industrial or, rural area, and it's got cows on it because it's, they use the cows to mow the field and the tax credits.
So here is Wish Farms. So they're another big strawberry. I don't know if they would have any other fruit. And that one place that we found that we went to that we were picking very few oranges from, they ended up closing. I was disappointed because I really that was super close to us, so I was looking forward to other fruit. Like right now there's nothing because it's too hot, but there's somewhere that does peaches. I don't know if they did peaches. Who knows? Maybe they just sold and did they do peaches? Because I know there was another place I was following that said, and it could have been them because they were actually under two different names at one point. So I don't know. I mean, maybe somebody bought them and will continue it, but who knows? I feel like everything is just getting bought up for development now.
Should be coming up on Dinosaur.
Yeah, I was just waiting to come up on Dinosaur. And if anybody, I mean, I know a lot of people watch the scene of Adam the Woo. He used to drive this all the time. To go to race. Yeah. Oh, when we ran into Tampa Jay, I don't know if anybody knows him, but I feel like you don't even.
There's memes.
I don't even feel like you come up on them, just slam on your brakes. That's how I feel like.
No. So what just? Well, you probably saw.
Yeah,
so
look, see
the car in front of us put on their brakes, and I didn't immediately react, and she panics.
Because sometimes it happens where they completely stop,
and then I go off to the side of the road. I go onto the shoulder.
What if there wasn't a shoulder? If there's barriers or something, you can't. Ugh. I need to take a Xanax.
I do this drive.
Yeah, and
every day.
Your car's different than this. So we're going to be looking off to the right side for coming up. There's the exit.
This is all bumper.
Well, we did leave at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, well, we purposely waited.
Otherwise, we would have had to get on the road before 6:30.
Yeah.
And then, but I was not doing that because we, like I said, we can't check in. I'm kind of a little disappointed too. There's Dinosaur World. I don't know while I'm getting that.
There's that boat that he always talks about.
Because checkout time. Oh my God. No, see, I didn't even.
And we stopped at plenty of time.
Not without having to. A hard
in
stop.
Florida,
I don't care. This is my car.
As soon as you start slowing down, you immediately look at the rearview mirror to make sure the person behind you is slowing down.
But he's.
So many people are on their phones.
Now we're in traffic. So we got.
No, it's just actually that was nothing.
Dinosaur.
That was somebody panicked and slowed down.
I'm surprised this place. I don't know. You don't hear too much about it. We've never taken. We probably should take Reggie. He still really likes dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Before he gets to the point where he.
Not into them anymore.
And he's too cool for. It probably already would be that way, but once he got there, I think he would enjoy it. All right, so I need to close my eyes. So we're going to be getting on to 275, right?
75.
Well, why'd that say 275?
We don't want to go 275. 275 takes us through St. Pete, unless you want to drive through St. Pete. You can see the Tropicana. Go over to Sky Bridge.
Would that be longer?
Yeah.
I've never been over the Sky Bridge. I know I'll be scared to death, but I kind of would like to go over. But like, how much longer would it take?
It'll probably be an extra half an hour. Maybe 45. And there's there's tolls, but it's up to you.
Maybe on the way home. Huh?
It's up to you.
I say on the way home. Maybe we'll go that way. Because we got, like I said, we have to check out so early. That's Strawberry Crest High School. Because, yeah, this is Plant City, right? Got Camping World. Big old flag. Alright, well, I'm gonna sign off. And we'll pop back on in a little bit.
So that was our road trip down to Sarasota. Stay tuned. We stopped at the Ringling Museum and then on to Siesta Key. So those videos will be following up shortly. So thanks so much for watching. Sorry, this was just kind of like a drive-in video, but it was a nice day. Gwen was chatting away, so I didn't want to cut any of that out. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.